One Catholic Television. This is the time for English news, of course. My name is Benjamin Kwizera, and these are the top stories. The city of Kigali, in partnership with the Rotary clubs across Rwanda, has launched an ambitious campaign to improve cancer care in the country. A resident identified as Zavugiremye Delphine, who lives in Akajonje village in Kibeho sector in Nyaruguru district, has expressed her gratitude after receiving assistance to renovate her house. Rwanda has announced a new partnership with English Premier League club Aston Villa Football Club, describing the agreement as a major step in promoting the country as a global destination for tourism. In the Muhanga district, as some students start the national examinations, they say that they are very confident with what they have learned from their teachers. In international news, in the Middle East, tensions in the Middle East are escalating sharply tonight as Iran declares the Strait of Hormuz as an unbreakable red line. Well, welcome to our news in details. The city of Kigali, in partnership with the lottery clubs across the country, has launched an ambitious campaign to improve cancer care in the country. The Kigali Cancer Walk 2026 aims to raise $5 million to acquire Rwanda's first ever SPECT scanner, an advanced machine used in early cancer detection and diagnosis. News in details. The city of Kigali, in partnership with Rotary clubs across Rwanda, has launched an ambitious campaign to improve cancer care in the country. The Kigali Cancer Walk 2026 aims to raise $5 million to acquire Rwanda's first ever SPECT scanner, an advanced machine used in early cancer detection and diagnosis. Unveiled on the 15th of July 2026, the campaign will culminate in the charity walk scheduled for August 9th. Bringing together individuals, companies, institutions, and development partners. The initiative, implemented in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, seeks to address a critical gap in specialized cancer services. Currently, patients in need of SPECT scans are forced to travel abroad, often facing long waiting times and high costs. A SPECT scanner is a sophisticated nuclear imaging machine that allows doctors to assess how organs function, detect the spread of cancer, and monitor treatment progress. It is also used to diagnose heart, kidney, thyroid, and neurological conditions, including epilepsy and Parkinson's disease. The spokesperson of Kigali City, Emma Claudine Nirenganya, says that cancer affects entire communities. By raising awareness and supporting access to modern equipment, she urges that can promote early detection and healthier lives.
The Kigali Cancer Walk aligns perfectly with our vision of making Kigali a city where health, prevention, and the quality of life are at the heart of urban development. And cancer affects families. The cancer affects friends, colleagues, and entire communities. But together, we can make a difference by raising awareness, but also, as Rotary Kigali Virunga is saying, by also raising funds and have modern materials to screen and to continue supporting those affected and promoting healthier lifestyles.
Mr. Alexis Muderevu, the former president of Rotary Club of Kigali Virunga, emphasized that this is not just a Rotary initiative. It is a national effort that requires collective support to transform cancer diagnosis in Rwanda. As you have just heard, that machine will help us to detect the cancer and get early cure. There is also other initiatives of Rotary. As you have heard, Rotary has been working hand in hand with the Rwandan government in many initiatives related to the medical care and health. As you can see in our country, there are no more people use wheelchairs because of disease of poliomyelitis. And that disease once used to be a global problem.
Rwanda records approximately 10,000 new cancer cases each year, with nearly 7,000 deaths linked to the disease. Kigali Cancer Walk will begin at the BK Arena parking area, proceed to the Rwanda Development Board, and conclude at Kigali Convention Center. Participants will also take part in awareness campaigns, free screenings, and fundraising activities. Organizers aim to attract at least 10,000 participants, with walking kits available at 25 Rwandan francs.
Benjamin Kwizera, PACIS TV, Kigali. Well, from Kigali to Nyaruguru district, a resident identified as Havugiyaremye Delphine, who lives in Kajonge village, Kibeho sector in Nyaruguru district, has expressed her gratitude after receiving assistance to renovate her house. She explained the following: the exposure of her situation by PACIS TV. Local authorities intervened and helped to repair her home, which is now safe for her and her family. News in detail.
A resident identified as Havugiyaremye Delphine, who lives in Akajonge village, Kibeho sector in Nyaruguru district, has expressed her gratitude after receiving assistance to renovate her house. She explained that following the exposure of her situation by PACIS TV, local authorities intervened and helped to repair her home, which is now safe for her and her children. It was in early September 2025 when PACIS TV visited the home of Havugiyaremye Delphine. At the time, she was living in a severely damaged house with a leaking iron sheet roof. During rainfall, she and her 5 children were forced to endure the rain inside their home, while also living in constant fear that the structure could collapse at any moment. Neighbors of the family also expressed concern, noting that their living conditions posed a serious risk to their safety. While following up on the issue, PACIS TV interviewed the Executive Secretary of Kibeho Sector, Fiacre Ruzindana, who assured that authorities would act swiftly to address the family's situation. This promise was fulfilled. Delphina's house was renovated, and she now lives safely with her children. She expressed her appreciation for the way her problem was resolved, thanking PACIS TV for highlighting her situation and authorities for responding promptly and providing support. This case serves as a clear example of important role media plays in bringing community issues to light and connecting them with the responsible institutions, ultimately leading to practical solutions that improve people's lives.
Well, Rwanda has announced a new partnership with the English Premier League club Aston Villa, describing the agreement as a major step in promoting the countries as a global destination for tourism, investment and business. More report.
Rwanda has announced a new partnership with English Premier League club Aston Villa Football Club, describing the agreement as a major step in promoting the country as a global destination for tourism, investment and business. The Rwanda Development Board, through its Visit to Rwanda campaign, unveiled the partnership on Tuesday, July 14, 2026. Under the agreement, the Visit to Rwanda brand will appear on the front of Aston Villa's team shirts, while also becoming the club's exclusive tourism and coffee partner. RDB Chief Executive Officer Jange Africa says the partnership will help Rwanda reach millions of football fans around the world, using one of the world's most popular sports to showcase the country's opportunities. He says the collaboration will encourage more people to visit Rwanda, invest in its growing economy, explore business opportunities, and discover the country's unique strengths. Africa also highlighted Rwanda's strong economic performance, noting that the country recorded 9.4% economic growth in 2025 and continues to rank among Africa's most investment-friendly destinations. He added that partnering with Aston Villa, one of England's historic football clubs, will further raise Rwanda's international profile and strengthen its position as an attractive destination for tourism, investment, and trade. According to the Rwanda Development Board, the agreement reflects Rwanda's continued strategy of expanding its global presence through international sports partnerships.
Well, in Muhanga district, some students of this district begin their national examinations for both the lower and upper secondary levels. Many have expressed gratitude to their teachers for the knowledge and preparation they have received. They have also encouraged their fellow students to remain calm and confident during national examinations. More report.
As some students in Muhanga district begin their national examinations for both lower and upper secondary levels, many have expressed gratitude to their teachers for the knowledge and preparation they have received. They have also encouraged their fellow students to remain calm and confident during the exams. Meanwhile, the mayor of Muhanga district, Jacqueline Kaitade, officially launched the examinations and urged students to maintain discipline and follow guidance provided to them. The national examinations for lower secondary ordinary level and upper secondary advanced level officially began on 15th of July in Muhanga district as well as across the entire country. Some of the candidates who sat for exam, particularly after completing their mathematics paper, expressed appreciation to their teachers for preparing them well. They also advised their peers to stay focused, avoid fear, and approach the exams with confidence. On her part, Muhanga District Mayor Jacqueline Kaitare, while launching the examinations, called on students to behave responsibly and adhere to the instructions given. She particularly emphasized the importance of avoiding any form of cheating. She also urged the parents to closely support their children during this examination period, especially those who commute daily to school, by giving them enough time and conducive environment to revise their lessons. A total of 10,662 students from schools across Muhanga district are expected to sit for national examinations. On the first day, 10,630 candidates attended, representing 99.7%, while 32 students, equivalent to 0.3%, did not show up to begin the exams.
Well, that's all for local stories tonight. But before we continue with the international news, let's go to the commercial break.
Tout le monde est déjà là?
La partie
niba mwiteguye muri impeshyi kuri Canal+,
Je suis prêt.
muzambikwa inyenyeri.
Je veux de la magie.
Accrochez-vous, ça va être une dinguerie.
Affaire zigiye kuba serious.
Elle est sérieuse? Il est sérieux?
Nubwo hari abo bigora kuba serieux.
Ces gars sont des prix Nobel de la bêtise.
Ikindi tubijeje ni urukundo rwa rundi rw'agatima k'indani n'urw'igari wa. Ni muri senisha yitwa Rigo mu Kinyarwanda kuri Zacu TV.
Hanyuma izina ryanjye gute?
Ntukikwe n'iminsi 7 y'inyongera igihe uguze abonnement indi tarashira. Muri Nyakanga n'uburyohe kuri Canal+.
Martin Haduya, crafting the future.
Bakerarugendo namwe bashyitsi mugenda mu karere ka Muhanga no mu tundi turere two mu ntara y'Amajyepfo n'intara y'Iburengerazuba, namwe mwese mukeneye serivisi za hotel, ni muze nimugera mu mujyi wa Muhanga mukomeze gato. Nimugera i Kabgayi murahasanga hotel yiteguye kubakirana urugwiro. Iyo nta yindi ni Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi tugufitiye serivisi zitandukanye za bar na restaurant kandi zitanga ubuhanga n'icyubahiro ku mukiriya utugana. Tubafitiye kandi imikino itandukanye ifasha abatugana kuruhuka nka piscine wogera mu karuhuka mu mutwe, imyicungo igezweho abana bidagaduriramo bagataha banezerewe, tennis na table game bakunze kwita biyari, igisoro ndetse na volley yo ku mucanga bakunze kwita beach volley mukunda muri benshi nayo nitwayibagiwe. Ikindi nuko muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi twakira inama zitandukanye kuko tubafitiye ibyumba byiza by'inama utasanga ahandi, byaba bito ndetse n'ibishobora kwakira abantu benshi, ariko by'akarusho tukaba tubafasha no gukora inama mukoresheje ikoranabuhanga mu gihe mutari kumwe mu cyumba. Kubifuza serivisi za catering, Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi amafunguro n'ibinyobwa tubibagerezaho ku gihe. Tubafitiye ibyumba byiza byagutse biri mu byiciro bitandukanye, harimo n'ibyo bakunze kwita suite mu ndimi z'amahanga, ndetse byose ukaba ubibona ku giciro cyiza. Muri make ugeze muri Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi ahora yifuza kugaruka kubera uburyo yakiranye ubwuzu n'icyubahiro bitasanga ahandi, kuko serivisi dutanga kinyamwuga kandi zishingiye ku ndangagaciro za kizizi. Ku bindi bisobanuro waduhamagara kuri telefone ziri kuri ekara yawe cyangwa ukatwandikira unyuze ku mbuga nkoranyambaga zacu zitandukanye. Hotel Saint-Andre Kabgayi, imfura mu mahoteli mu gutanga serivisi nziza inoze kandi ku gihe.
rero ugiye kutubwira impamvu zatumye uhitamo kuza gusaba akazi hano.
Bwa mbere nza gusaba akazi hano nari nabitekerejeho, mbabarire. Murakoze. Mu by'ukuri numvaga mfite ubushobozi ndetse n'ubushake.
So kutiteguye bihagije ni ukutaryama neza. Rwanda Farm, le paradis du matelas.
I wish I could leave my skin behind.
Icy'ingenzi ntabwo ari ukugira diplome ya kaminuza. Uyu munsi birahagije kuganira n'umuntu byonyine ukamenya ko yize muri kaminuza ibonetse yose cyangwa se ko yize muri kaminuza Gatolika y'u Rwanda, Catholic University of Rwanda, by'umwihariko mu ishami ryayo rya Kigali. Ubu abazi guhitamo neza batangiye kwiyandikisha muri Catholic University of Rwanda Kigali campus ikorera Nyamirambo. Abashaka kwiga mu mashami y'uburezi kwiyandikisha mu gihembwe kizatangira mu kwezi kwa gatatu, March intake, byaratangiye muri Post Graduate Diploma in Education PGDE. Aba biga muri weekend. Hatangwa kandi amasomo muri Department of Education in Sciences mu mashami ya Economics and Computer Science, Mathematics and Computer Science, Mathematics and Geography na Mathematics and Economics. Hari kandi Department of Education in Arts and Social Sciences mu mashami ya English and Kinyarwanda, English and French, French and Kinyarwanda, English and Kiswahili, Economics and Entrepreneurship, English and History, Economics and History na Economics and Geography. Uhitamo kwiga ku manywa cyangwa se mu biruhuko. Twakira kandi abanyeshuri bafite A1 muri education bakeneye gukomeza amasomo yabo ku rwego rwa A0. Iyandikisha unyuze kuri wa#CUR.AC.RW. Wanahamagara cyangwa ukandika ubutumwa kuri 07 83 18 86 26 cyangwa 07 33 21 46 78 cyangwa none 07 88 52 41 98. Wanandika email kuri curkigalikampus@gmail.com.
The only way to being found is getting lost.
Nimurikagurisha mpuzamahanga. PSF yateguye imurikagurisha mpuzamahanga ku nshuro ya 29 rizabera Gikondo mu mujyi wa Kigali kuva ku itariki ya 28 Nyakanga kugeza ku ya 17 Kanama 2026. Ibihugu bigera kuri 20 byose bizaba biri mu rw'imisozi igihumbi. Buri gicuruzwa, service cyangwa kwidagadura wifuza byose bizaba bihari. Imiryango izaba ifunguye buri munsi guhera saa 3 za mu gitondo kugera saa 4 z'ijoro. Kubifuza kumurika ibyo bakora nababwira iki? Imiryango irafunguye. Hamagara 0783 564 098. Imurikagurisha mpuzamahanga Expo uritegurirwa n'urugaga rw'abikorera PSF ifatanyije na Minisiteri y'Ubucuruzi n'Inganda Minicom.
Well, welcome to our international news tonight, starting in Ukraine. Ukraine is witnessing a wave of public protest following a controversial decision by President Volodymyr Zelensky to dismiss Defense Minister Mikhailo Fedorov. The move has sparked outrage among sections of the public, and of course people are demonstrating in different areas across the city. The move has sparked outrage among sections of public, the military and the political analysts, raising concerns about unity within the country during an ongoing war. Protests erupted in several Ukrainian cities, with the largest demonstrations taking place in the capital, Kiev. Crowds largely made up of young people gathered in central areas holding placards reading hands of Fedorov. The dismissal of Fedorov, widely regarded as a popular and reform-driven defense minister, has shocked many Ukrainians. Observers say that the decision comes at a critical time in Ukraine's ongoing conflict with Russia. where strong coordination between military and political leadership is essential. Tensions within Ukraine's military leadership appear to be at the heart of the crisis. Reports indicate a growing rift between Fedorov and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, Alexander Zelensky. Meanwhile, President Zelensky acknowledged the internal conflicts during a joint press conference with the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. He described the tensions between Defense Ministry and the General Staff as a systematic and occurring at multiple levels, but made clear had no intention. From Ukraine now back to Middle East, tensions in the Middle East are escalating sharply as Iran declares the Strait of Hormuz as an unbreakable red line. Warning state country continues its expanding military campaign. The warning comes after multiple waves of U.S. airstrikes targeting Iranian military sites and infrastructure, including areas near Tehran and key coastal regions. In a response, Iran has launched the missile and drone attacks against U.S. positions and allied targets across the region, while also signaling it could widen the conflict to other strategic waterways. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical global shipping route carrying roughly a fifth of the world's oil supply, is now at the center of the crisis. Iran's leadership has emphasized that any interference there will trigger further escalation, and the global markets react with the rising oil prices and growing fears of disruption to energy supplies. Meanwhile, reports indicate U.S. naval actions have included targeting vessels near the strait, raising concerns that the confrontation could spiral into the broader region, where if diplomatic effort fail to be involved in this conflict that is still going on in the Middle East. Well, that story takes us to an end of our news edition tonight. But before we close, let's go back to the top stories. The city of Kigali, in partnership with the Rotary clubs across Rwanda, has launched an ambitious campaign to improve cancer care in the country. In Nyaruguru district, a resident identified as Havugiyaremye Delphine, who lives in Akajonge village, Kibeho sector in Nyaruguru district, has expressed her gratitude after receiving assistance to renovate her house. Rwanda has announced a new partnership with English Premier League club Aston Villa, describing the agreement as a major step in promoting the country as a global destination for tourism. In international news, in Ukraine is witnessing a wave of public protest following a controversial decision by President Volodymyr Zelensky to dismiss Defense Minister Mikhailo Fedorov. Yes, thank you very much once again. It was a very huge privilege to be with you tonight on PACIS TV English News. My name is Benjamin Kwizera and I wish you a very fantastic night.